Howdy folks, and welcome to a RWBY video. I haven't had one in a while. And honestly, that's because I think while I really enjoyed Volume 7, it felt like it wasn't done, right? Because it kind of ended, and that was intended. They said 7 and 8 were kind of like a part 1, part 2. So I think mentally I was like, okay, waiting for the next episode. And it looks like we're getting a teaser for the Volume 8, which is kind of the conclusion of the story of what's happening up in Atlas. So, okay. Now, it's 44 seconds. I'm sure at least 4 seconds, maybe even like 14 seconds of it or so, are going to be some sort of card telling us where to watch RWBY and that sort of stuff, I imagine. So this is really going to be a teaser. It ended with Salem on the whale, the space whale, you know, the Grim whale, heading in. Our heroes, some of them heading away, or the heroes were heading away, but I think they're going to come back and fight and defend, because our heroes can't resist the opportunity to, 1, confront Salem, but 2, defend innocent people, right? And there's a lot of innocent people in the way. So I wonder what this teaser's going to reveal. Let's watch it and find out, and come back and talk about some bits. So let's watch it straight through here.
Atlas is only Salem's current target. She's not hiding anymore, and once she's done here, she'll move on to the rest of Remnant. We need to warn them.
There are people here who need us right now.
But this isn't about just Atlas. It's about all of Remnant.
You're still worried about Mantle? Salem will destroy Atlas, and with it, any hope humanity has left.
Yeah, Benny. Yeah, here's the card.
I have questions for you. But first I need the one who can show me how.
Uh-oh. She's got it, but we knew she would... Well, actually, we didn't know she would get it. Okay. Let's go back. Starts out with... It took a second for me to recognize it was Nora, my favorite character, but for some reason the voice actress was doing it a little differently than normal. I don't know. It took me a second to realize, oh, that's Nora.
Atlas is only Salem's current target. She's not hiding anymore, and once she's done here, she'll move on to the rest of Remnant. We need to warn them.
Yeah, that sounds like Nora. At first, I thought maybe that was RWBY, Lindsay Jones, and then I'm like, no, that's not Lindsay. And then it became Nora by the end. If that's actually RWBY, color me smacked.
There are people here who need us right now.
But this isn't about just Atlas. It's about all of Remnant.
You're still worried.
Again, that sounds like Nora, but it also sounds like it could be RWBY. I'm wondering if that actually is Lindsay Jones just doing a slightly different RWBY voice. Because we've noticed, those of us who paid attention, that she's slowly been adding maturity to RWBY's voice. There were several seasons where RWBY still sounded like she was 12. But she was adding more to her. And that might actually be her. Now I'm really confused. You guys need to tell me, is that RWBY's voice or Nora's voice? Because
we need to warn them.
That we need to warn them sounds like Nora. And the kind of thing Nora would say. But it doesn't quite sound like Samantha or Lindsay. So I don't know who it is.
There are people here who need us right now.
Obviously, that's Ren. So if Ren's talking and Nora's talking back, that would make more sense to me. So that's why I'm thinking it's Nora.
This isn't about just Atlas. It's about all of Remnant.
You're still worried about Mantle? Salem will destroy...
Okay. Anyway, forget the voice part. I'm going to go with it being Nora. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there is I said that the group wouldn't abandon Atlas, but it sounds like they're having a debate.
There are people here who need us right now.
But this isn't about just Atlas.
Right. It sounds...
People
Let's
here
listen to it again.
Move on to the rest of Remnant's current target. She's not hiding anymore, and once she's done here,
Right.
she'll move on to the rest of...
It sounds like Nora's trying to justify them leaving and letting Mantle/Atlas fight this fight. Basically giving up, and probably because of what Ironwood did, and their reaction to what Ironwood did. I'm on Ironwood's side, by the way. I still think that the shooting of Oscar was a little over the top, but I think that he's been, if you watch his progression through Volume 7, it was entirely justified. He was trying his best to do the right thing. And every turn, people were lying to him. So, you know, I'm kind of on his side. But I can understand where Nora would come from and argue that, it sounds like. And it sounds like Ren saying, no, we have to defend what I thought that the group would do. Defend everybody, which it looks like they do.
We need to warn them.
So Nora's saying we need to get out and warn everybody else. And Ren is saying we need to stay and fight.
There are people here who need us right now.
Right.
This isn't about just Atlas. It's about all of Remnant.
You're still worried about Mantle?
Yeah.
Salem will destroy Atlas, and with it, any hope humanity has left.
Still worried about Mantle implies that the heroes come back to defend Mantle and kind of like give a middle finger to Atlas because of Ironwood. And Ironwood's trying to say that if she defeats, she's going to take out Atlas, and if she takes out Atlas, then there's no hope for Mantle. I don't know, man. But Penny, giving the old... I mean, we had this before. This almost seems like it's from 7, where she opens her eyes and she's got, you know, the powers, the maiden powers. That looked like it was volume 7, but this is interesting.
I have questions for you.
Questions for who?
But first, I need the one who can show me how.
For Jin? Questions for you, but okay, yeah. She's talking to Jin in the lamp. That's her name, right? Jin? Now I'm confused. It's been too long. I need to rewatch volume 7 and 6. But it looks like she's talking to her, but she hasn't come out of the lamp yet. Obviously, because the lamp transforms into her. Does it? Does the lamp transform into her? Or does she just emit from the lamp? But either way, the glow is in the lamp, so she's still in the lamp. She apparently doesn't know how to get her out. Jen? Not Jen. Jen. But it looks like she doesn't know how to get her out. It's like she doesn't know her name. She knows she's in there. She knows there's a woman in there. A female entity. An entity who portrays herself as female, whatever, in there. But she doesn't know how to get her out because she doesn't know her name, I think.
But first, I need the one who can show me how.
Need someone who can show me how. That's bad. That means she needs, who knows how? Let's see. Oscar, Ruby, Yang, Weiss, Blake. I think they're the only ones that know how. Because the others were on the train, right? Actually, Oscar was with them. Yeah, they're the only ones that know how. Oh, Crow. And Crow. So she needs one of them. An Oscar Salem, Ozpin / Salem, Ozma / Salem confrontation would be nice. But she's definitely going after somebody. And I guess we're trying to... This is just... We know that the lamp and the artifacts attract the Grimm, so I think that's what this is kind of implying, or is demonstrating. That he likes it. He's coming towards it. But that voiceover, man. She's going after one of them. Because literally there are only 6 people who apparently know how to activate the lamp. Oscar... It was just Ozma before, but Oscar apparently, when he told Ruby her name, was the first time anybody except Ozma knew how to activate the lamp. Well, obviously the gods, but so she doesn't know. She doesn't know the name of the entity within. Very interesting.
Show me how.
November 7th. Cannot wait. It's a couple months away. All right. So, let's look at some of these scenes, too. Okay, come back. Let's look at some of these scenes.
Atlas is only Salem's current target. She's not hiding anymore, and
Salem here on her throne, she was on top of the Grimm whale at the end of the last volume. So it looks like we're going to get a bit of a flashback that shows before she leaves. Because remember, we got the end of volume 6 after credit scene with Hazel telling the kids that if you want something right, do it yourself. And we saw Salem down at the ground making her flying monkeys. This is apparently a flashback, I imagine, before she goes out. Because this is her... Well...
once she's done here, she'll move...
Yeah, it's not moving. I was going to say, is this on top of the whale? But it's not. This is a throne seemingly on her, in her world, in the the God of Dark's old lair, old place. It looks like.
Move on to the rest of Remnant.
I mean, I could be totally wrong. That's what it looks like.
We need to
Now we've got Yang running down the streets of Mantle.
warn them.
There are
And there's a confrontation going on, and clearly, wait a minute. This isn't old. This is new. Think. We've still got the days since last, what was the word? What was the word he used? I can't remember now. But we still got that. So this is in the doctor's office. This is in Penny's father's, Pietro's office. But they're confronting somebody. And it's an interesting mix. We have two former Juniper, Oscar, and Yang confronting somebody.
people here who need us.
All right, so we've got Yang. Oh, it's the same group. Did they split up? It looks like they split up. I'm guessing they broke into two groups. Ren Yang Zhan and Oscar defending Mantle because they're leaving Atlas. Atlas is behind them. It's like Mantle would be back there, right? I don't know. But they're down on the ground, basically. Right, Oscar's not in this group, but he was in the previous group. And they're heading to that Grim that's flying away? Yeah, or flying to them. It looks like one of the flying monkeys, so to speak. Maybe. But they're heading there. God, I'm getting visions of Borderlands. Have you ever played Borderlands? I love Borderlands. Anyway. Okay, but this group seems to be this group. And they're down at ground level. Whereas I guess the others, so Blake, Ruby, Weiss, Nora, would be up top somewhere. Oh, and names are not coming to me very easily right now. Maria. Where's Maria? Or did she go with them? I don't remember anymore. Oh, and Penny. Penny would be up top too. So Penny with them as well. So there's a group, a ground group and an air group, maybe. We got some Grim on the run, normal type Grim. Is this what they were chasing? Were they chasing kind of a dragonish sort of thing? I don't think that's necessarily what Yang was chasing. Is that what they were chasing with the red wings? Go back and look. Well, maybe. Maybe they were chasing that dragon. Maybe they were trying to head... Yeah, maybe Atlas has flown away, untethered itself a bit or something. It looked like it still had tethers, though. So I'm a little confused. But it's chasing Yang here. And then this is the top group. Like I said, yeah, this is the group up top. So these are the girls, the ladies, who are up in Atlas fighting. Which seems weird. I mean, Blake, you would think, would be like one of the defenders of Mantle, and of course, Penny is self-proclaimed the defender of Mantle. But they're up here, and Penny is very nervous, so they're getting ready to confront Ironwood, Winter, and Penny, of course, is nervous about that. Weiss is very happy with herself, which wouldn't be Winter. She loves Winter. Has her father broken out of prison? Because that would make her happy with herself. Could be Ironwood, though. Yeah, I think it's Ironwood because Penny would have that kind of expression. I don't know why Weiss would be so happy with herself for it, but the others would be very serious, and they are. I'm guessing an Ironwood confrontation of some sort. There's a tender moment on... This must be right at the beginning of the new volume. I'm imagining as they're flying away and having the argument about whether or not they should go back and help. There's a little bit of moment between Ruby and Penny. Who have always been close, right? From the very beginning. So that's just a tender moment between them, which is good because she got the powers, and there's probably just a bit of a of a discussion of that and a I'm glad you're okay sort of thing there. Okay. Ironwood, his people, obviously they've been set free from when Team RWBY cuffed them all. And are they in, he's looking through a window into another window. It's like a medical facility because it looks like we're looking from somebody laying down in a medical bed, which would be Winter. Okay, so this is Winter's POV in a medical bed, looking at Ironwood, who's looking at his team, the Aesops. Ironwood now has 2 pistols. Did he always have 2 pistols? I don't think so. Of course, he's got one ripped up arm now. There's the Aesops -1, right? Yeah, because he's dead. Yeah, forgot about that. He's dead. So it's a leaderless Aesops. Now a 4-team, which is more normal. Cinder. She will have delivered clearly the relic to Artifact Relic. I never remember which way it's referred to as. To Salem, and there's Salem with it, happily with it. And then we get the scene where she talks. You know, it goes dark here, I think, right? Oh no, the penny, and we already knew she was a maiden, so this is just kind of a reminder to us that she's a maiden, and she's a maiden enraged. And then we get the whole thing with Salem saying that she's going to ask questions. There's only one left. I don't think she knows that, but I don't think I don't think that's going to change her mind about wanting to be able to ask a question. She'll just determine the best question to ask of the one she had. And she's clearly planning to abduct. She doesn't have yet. When she gets possession of this, she doesn't have any of those people in her possession, in her custody. She's going to take one of them. Clearly. One of those 5. Wow. I can't use that as a thumbnail. That'll be a spoiler. I gotta use a generic thumbnail, right? So anyway, I'm looking forward to this for 8. I guess that works. I am looking forward to Volume 8 because it's going to tell the second half of this story of the first real confrontation between our heroes and Salem, and the whole story of Atlas and Ironwood and Winter, and it's just amazing stuff. So I'm really excited for this now that I've seen this teaser. It did its job, got me teased. I don't know if I will watch, because I'm pretty sure they'll release a real trailer. They usually do, which is a couple minutes long usually and has some scenes, bits of scenes. I don't know if I'll watch that. Only because I really want to be surprised when I watch the episodes. I really want to be totally shocked by things that happen. I can make guesses about things that are happening from these teases, but these teases aren't really telling me anything, other than the fact that they do return to Mantle and Atlas. To Atlas? Is that right? Atlas, yeah. Am I saying the right? Mantle and... Okay. Now I'm... Borderlands again.
Atlas is only Salem's current
Atlas,
target.
yeah. Atlas. Mantle and Atlas. They're returning to Mantle and Atlas. That's about the only thing that this is really telling us.
She's not hiding.
Oh, and Salem gets a hold of the relic, which we kind of could guess would happen. The only thing I was thinking might happen would be that would be something that Cinder would keep for herself somehow. But it looks like Cinder's trying. It looks like Cinder's trying to get in her good graces. But of course, it could be that Cinder does try to leave with it on her own, and Salem finds out, and Cinder pays a price for that betrayal. I don't know. I'm guessing she's not an idiot, Cinder, and I'm guessing she turns it over to Salem, although she still has... Yeah, because she doesn't consider Salem to be an enemy. What she considers is RWBY to be her enemy. She wants to kill RWBY. The only reason she's been doing things without necessarily Cinder's approval is because she's trying to get to RWBY, and Salem has been kind of holding her back, and so that's the only reason. So yeah, she probably turns it over to her. No problem. Yeah. So this didn't really spoil much, I don't think, but it really whetted the appetite. Got me thinking about the next volume. Guys, if you know, correct me if I'm wrong, tell me about this voice. That sounds like Nora. I mean, it sounds like Samantha's voice work is a little different, which might be a COVID thing. Maybe she had to record in her own studio as opposed to going on site, or maybe the vice versa. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Just the amount of time that's passed or something. I don't know, but I think that's Nora. It just makes sense. It's a Nora-Ren discussion argument. I'm sure the others are contributing too, but we hear Nora and Ren. If it's RWBY, let me know. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Anyway, guys, I'm excited. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know what you're looking forward to in Volume 8. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.